Okay, Jerry.
You ready?
Hey.
This is the show.
We're actually in conference room B again.
Yeah, I'm Jerry. This is Davin, and we were just talking about how it seems like it got set up so quick that I know why. I didn't do it by myself.
And we're not in a bowling alley.
Yeah, I didn't do it by my Ryan himself.
Bowling trophy shop or whatever.
It's a pro shop. It's not a bowling alley.
So I wrote a new open for the show.
You did you?
Yeah, you're going to hate it.
I don't know. Let's find out.
You will hate it. Want to give it a shot?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the movie Twister, with two bald idiots who are winging their way through life, traveling 1,000 miles an hour on this thing we call Earth. It is...
You name it.
Okay, that just sounded so bad.
That is a horrible opening to a
Didn't
horrible
sound like a real show.
But we need production value. We need to actually produce it.
Yeah, we pretty much suck. We're like the land of misfit toys.
We are.
I think that's probably why people listen.
Because it sucks?
Because it sucks and we're stupid and you never know what we're going to say.
It doesn't suck, Davin. We have topics today, don't we?
So many topics and activities,
Let's
Jerry.
trade topics. You can do a topic and then I'll do a topic.
What do you want to hear about? You want to hear about my surgery?
Oh, I forgot. Everybody.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it was the weekend, the holiday weekend.
Yeah, the holiday weekend. It's just Labor Day's over with. Everybody's back to work. Mm-hmm. But Davin was able to celebrate Labor Day in a very strange way with his balls on ice.
Yep. I got snipped on Thursday, which pre-planning for it sounded like a great idea because I had a long weekend to recover. And then there were so many opportunities for things for me to do, but I haven't really gotten a chance to explain the actual procedure to you. That was interesting.
What's confusing to me right now is that there were so many opportunities for things for you to do. What are you even talking about?
Well, I'm talking about like going camping and up north.
You're saying
fishing.
Stuff that you could have done.
Could have done swimming, but
yeah,
you can't do that stuff when you have stitched balls.
No, let's go back to the beginning. Why did you want to get it done to start with?
Oh God, you sound like my ex-wife.
That's the last thing I want to sound like.
No, actually, I've been planning on doing it ever since I've become single, and I just never got around to it. And
you don't want to make up some cool story. You just want to say, well, whatever. It's time not to have kids anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. There's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, you said last week that you were really saving the world by not having any more children.
Indeed. Plus, I've got one of those flex spending accounts, and you have to use it or lose it.
Oh, yeah.
So
you might as well just get them snipped.
I'm using it because I couldn't think of any other procedures I really wanted.
A list of procedures.
Oh, So next year I'll get the brain tumors removed and shit like that. But
my mic sounds terrible.
Oh, you sound fine, Jerry.
I don't know.
You're just old.
So let's start at the beginning of the day.
Oh, God.
What did you have to do at the beginning of the day? Well, let's make it quick because people are probably going, what the fuck are they talking about?
They're talking about him getting this stuff.
Let's get to the funny part. What happened in the funny part?
Okay, so I get to the doctor's office. They keep you waiting for an hour, as usual.
Always.
Yeah. So finally they bring me in, and the nurse comes in, and her name is Dana. She says, "Hi, my name's Dana. I'm going to be assisting with your procedure today."
Okay.
I looked at her and I said, "Dana, you and I are going to get to know each other really well in the next half an hour."
That's so awkward.
So first thing out of her mouth is, "Okay, I need you to take your clothes off. Sit up on the bench."
Did you say all of them? Like my shirt?
No,
too?
just everything from the shirt below.
Okay.
And so you sit down on the bench, and then they lay this towel. Well, it's like a blanket over you, but the blanket has like a 6-inch or 8-inch hole cut in it.
I see how you're trying to shift the measurements.
So it's basically like your junk is through this hole.
Yeah.
And then she takes a spotlight and shines it on it.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, Dana, I wasn't nervous until you put the spotlight on my junk.
Yeah, it's also difficult to have a complete stranger who's not interested in seeing your junk having to see your junk.
So then I'm waiting there, and she says, well, I'm going to go see where the doctor is. And she walks out. Another nurse walks in.
Oh, hello.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Walks back out. Then Dana walks back in. And then the other nurse comes back in.
You know what that was.
To talk to Dana.
You know what that was, don't you?
They were laughing at my junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dana walked out and said, hey, Dolores, go check out the dude in room 5C. It's hilarious. She walks in, oh, I'm so sorry. And then they went out and snickered in the hallway.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, the doctor's been really cool. And we were, I had to go for a consult, and he kind of told you what all the stuff he was going to do.
Yeah.
About clamping off each of the tubes. And, there's going to be a little incision, and, he's trying to be all perfect about it. So he goes, they're getting ready to stick the needle in to give you the local anesthetic. And
Right.
he goes, you're going to feel a little, and I stopped and said, prick. And he goes,
You got me on that one.
we don't really like to use that term in my business.
You were playing right into it, weren't you?
So I was joking around, and so Dane was holding my hand while he's inserting this needle, which is, everyone says, oh no, it's no big deal. It fucking hurt.
Yeah, you get stabbed in the I'm trying to think of good, nice radio terms for it. Stabbed right in the bag with a needle, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if they go into the nut or not because I wasn't watching. So anyway, he does the one side.
Horrifying.
I know, he does the one side, and it's numb enough. I'm not feeling anything. And he's stitching it up, and then he fucking pinches the other side like a hard like
a little kid in the playground pinch.
Oh, it was like a
No, with the fingers.
Yeah, but super on my ball. And I winced and came back, and he goes, "Oh, that was just a test."
A test.
No more tests, dude. I got to study for these things. You got to give me a little bit of
Got
time.
a hammer out. I'm just going to do a test.
I think what he was doing is seeing if he had administered enough to do both sides. But
Yeah, I know what that's
he
like. It's like you get a shot to get a tooth removed, and they go in there and start yanking on it to see if it's ready.
Right. Well, that's what he did to see if the other side was ready. And
dentists don't do that either.
No.
He's just messing with you. That guy hated you.
So he ended up having to do another needle on the other side. So now you feel your whole abdomen go numb.
Yeah.
And he's going away, and I'm not a big blood, I don't want to see blood or anything, so I'm not watching.
Oh, you're afraid of blood a little bit.
Or you just don't
like
I don't
to
want
see
to pass out,
Yeah, okay.
Especially my own blood. Other people's blood, I don't give a shit. If I see my own blood, I get a little faint. And
okay.
So anyway, we're just talking, and we're talking about classic cars, and because I was just in Pebble Beach, and he's gone, to the
while your junk's out,
right? While my junk's out, and he's stitching away, and Dana's sitting there.
This is during the procedure now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're wide awake.
Okay. So you got past the numb part. Now he's just doing the shit
right.
down there.
And the bad part is I can see the reflection in his glasses, and I'm starting to get dizzy. So Dana's holding my hand, and I said, "You know what, Doc? The ironic thing about this whole thing is I was married for 17 years. We dated 3 years before that. So I haven't had possession of my balls in over 20 years. I finally get possession of my balls, and what's the first thing I do? I get them snipped.
You wreck them.
Dana fucking cracking up.
Yeah.
He's trying to stitch me up. So it probably wasn't a good idea to joke around with him. So after the procedure, I told him, you know what? I read the paperwork, and it says 6 to 8 weeks later, you have to go in and you have to give them a sperm sample so they can count your little swimmers.
Oh, to make sure they're not getting through.
Right.
Yeah.
And once you get two samples that test 0, then you're cleared.
Yeah. There's like 2 million of them.
I know. There's a bunch. So
yeah.
I hate to be
I just
the person
heard that
has
on
to count it. Anyway, in the paperwork, it says the doctor has to be present.
Okay.
So I said, do you like hang out in the room and watch me? Is it like a pee test for drugs or something? Do you have to see it come out or what?
You won't believe me or something?
And Dana stopped right there and goes, no. That's whatever. It's confusing paperwork. It just means that the doctor has to be here when you drop off the sample.
On site.
Yeah. So she said, don't waste your shot.
Yeah.
Call first and then get us a sample and bring it. She goes, there's so many people that think it has to be a fresh sample.
Yeah.
That they've caught people masturbating in the parking lot.
In the parking lot.
Before their appointment, so they give them a warm sample.
God damn, people are stupid. People just logic just flies right over the tops of their heads.
Oh, yeah.
Do they think that that's proper?
Maybe that's what the handicap spots are for. So anyway.
That's crazy.
I spent the whole weekend sitting on a bag of ice. And
you just said, and it just went right by me. Maybe that's what the handicap spots are for.
Exactly.
Jack spots in blue. God.
The fire lane means something a little bit different to those people.
Yep. Don't park. The yellow zone is for loading and unloading.
Unloading only. Stop your unloading.
Oh, God.
So anyway, that was my weekend, and I watched a friend's dog, Corey, here from work.
Yeah.
Cool dog. He went camping, which I would have loved to do. Boating
The dog
and all
went
that other
camping?
stuff. No,
Okay.
I got to watch
Corey
the dog.
went camping. Okay.
Yeah. One of the many things that I could have done had I not gotten my nuts snipped. You, my friend,
I went to a
a
Van Halen concert.
And
I said that with such a Midwestern accent. Van Halen.
how was it?
It was okay.
Now, you were talking about getting a hotel room.
Yeah, we did. We got a couple of rooms for us and the children.
Okay.
They're not really children. They're all like in their 20s hanging out. So that worked out, and then we took an Uber car from the hotel, and we dropped off at the concert site, which was great, except for the part where I accidentally charged it to the business card and got yelled at today in the office.
Oops.
Like, what the hell's this? You're not on any show. Listen, you guys hear that? Someone's outside of conference room B.
It says recording in session.
Those people don't know how to read either. They're probably the ones that park outside the doctor's office and jack.
Well, if you've seen my writing, they probably can't read it anyway.
So, yeah, we went to the show. We were hammered. It was fun. And my brother was there with his kids and his wife and everything, so it turned into this nice family routine. It was a lot of fun. David Lee Roth, we didn't have to look at him a lot, so we could just hear him, and he did a passable job for being as old as he is. He did a pretty good job. And then the rest of the band are flawless anyway. Yeah. So
did they play any songs?
They played all cool old songs.
Okay, nothing from Hagar?
Nope. I don't remember one Van Hagar song at all.
Okay.
So they did all the oldie stuff, all the way up to 1984 stuff, and Jump in Panama, back to Running with the Devil, and all that
Ice Cream Man?
Ice Cream Man, yeah. We had to listen to David Lee Roth talk about himself for like 8 minutes of nonsense. Just garbage about how great he is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yay. Yeah, Dave, you're the best.
Stroke
People
fest.
clapping about it, too. Yeah, Roth, you do rock. Shut up, you
I
people.
remember when I worked out there doing camera years and years ago.
Yeah.
And actually, they had some groupies climb through the ceiling tiles to try to get to his dressing room, and they landed in the wrong dressing room.
Alex Van Halen sitting there like, well, what do you...
It ended up being like the promoter's room that they fell through the ceiling tiles.
Oh, then they fell on the giant pile of cocaine.
Probably. The bags of cash.
No, people are stupid.
Yeah, they were sneaking in from the
That had to be a long
mountain.
time ago.
Oh, yeah, way back.
Crazy Lee Roth.
So you took
But
Uber.
yeah, the Uber thing was fine. We did have to walk out of the whole venue, even though I was told you can go to VIP and handicapped area and Uber will pick you up from there.
That's the short bus that picks you up there.
My kid says, no, let's just walk down the street and go. We went down to where the 7-Eleven and Rite Aid and all that stuff is. So on the corner, for all of you people who aren't in Detroit, you just walk like a couple blocks down, and then there's a little strip mall.
Yeah.
And we got picked up there.
Cool. So it sounds like a good evening.
Yes, except for I twisted my ankle, rolled it, swelled up when we were walking to that place.
Oh.
Fortunately, I was drunk enough to where it wouldn't hurt until the next day.
Okay.
Or I think I vaguely remember like hobbling through the hotel
You
room.
haven't been limping a lot today, though.
No, but we had the long weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You recovered from that. My balls recovered. We're full circle here.
Yeah, you know what? I could use my ankle to kick you in the balls, and then we can.
That would not be good.
Then both of our painful areas can be.
I actually used Uber this weekend, too.
Did you? Because you went to see music, too.
Yep, we went to see Dave Hamilton Band.
Do people know who that band is? Because I don't. Is it just a local hero?
A local group, but he's played backup for all kinds of people, like More Stay in the Time and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, the guy was kind of funky, wasn't he?
Yeah. But it's like funk rock, but he plays everything.
Yeah, I saw your clips. He was a really good guitarist.
So we ended up taking Uber for the first time because none of us wanted to drive. And it's $4.41 from my house. It's $15 to park down there.
Right. It makes no sense not to take Uber.
Yeah, except for the fact that the cars are usually crappy older cars, but
they can't be more than 10 years old.
You're in it for like 3 minutes.
Right. I find that they're cleaner than cabs.
Yeah.
You and I take cabs in every city.
Except for the driver smoking and not changing the radio station and stuff like that.
Your Uber driver smoked?
Oh, yeah. He showed up with a cigarette in his mouth.
Because every Uber I've taken, we're like, no smoking.
Yeah.
In fact, we had a Uber driver in Arizona, and we were walking out of a casino smoking, and we were 25 feet from the car, and he started flipping out about smoking. Like, no smoking. We're like, we're not even close to your car.
Yep. It's a really cool app if you're out of town. There's another one too that you can use, Lyft.
Yes.
Because they compete. Because sometimes Uber is at a higher rate, so you can check Lyft out. But
yeah,
they both work great, especially with how we travel.
Lyft in Detroit is cheaper, but they have a smaller area right now, and they must be just trying to build the crowd because they wouldn't go out to Pine Knot. Yep. It was only like the little Detroit metro area down there, Western Wayne County area.
And, speaking about apps.
Oh, there's an app.
School started today for most of Michigan. Some other states and stuff have started earlier.
Congratulations, parents. You're free for another part of, how many months? Yeah. I don't even remember.
Kids are hating it, though. So anyway, I saw this app, and you want to tell them about it, Jerry?
Do I want to? It's your post.
I don't remember the name of the app.
Okay, so there's an app. Davin made a post on Facebook, which probably, once we figure this out, he can link to the You Name It Facebook page. But it's called Photo Math. And what it does is it uses your camera as a text scanner, and it checks the math homework. So it detects the typed words for the formulas and then spits out the answer. I think it knows how to overlook like the writing that's in there that your kid does.
Right. So it's looking at
just looking at the equations and then
34
it spits out
and
the
3/4
answer.
times 28 and 1/8 equals.
And and it'll just spit out the answer so that you're supposed to use that to check your kid's homework to make sure that it's right. Because if you're an idiot and don't remember, simple math or even it does algebra too.
Can you reverse engineer it?
Well, if
a kid gets it,
it doesn't matter because the kid can download it now and just hold it above his piece of paper. It spits out the answer and they write the answer down. Whatever happened to show your work, remember?
Exactly.
And what'd you say to that? Because someone asked you that.
Oh, yeah. Basically, they don't even teach kids cursive anymore these days. What's up with that?
So they're not going to ask them to show their work?
So I'm guessing checkbooks are going to go away soon. Because
I don't.
When was the last time you signed a document? Had to sign your signature?
Well, for work you do. You're asking the wrong guy. I just had to sign stacks of paperwork to even get the job here.
But
what
you signed it in cursive.
I don't.
What
I
do
don't
new
sign.
people do?
I mean, I deposit all my checks through the app with the camera on my phone.
Right.
Although you do have to sign those.
But if they're not teaching cursive, do you still write your name in cursive? Or
There's a deep question. They stopped teaching cursive to these kids. How are they going to sign a document? Exactly. Is it just going to be an X? Here's my block printed hand.
Does it really matter anymore?
That means they have to. You can't be right about that. There's no way you can be right about that because they can't take a signature out of society. We've had it for too long.
We're a whirlwind of stupid stuff.
What are they going to do? Like, you take a picture of your face, it uses facial recognition now, and you have to just digitally sign everything with your face?
Well, look at Facebook.
I just like saying face.
It recognizes you right away and tags you.
See?
And it can tell the difference between Jerry and I, and people here can't. How many times today was it?
The last I remember was 7, but it's probably more than that.
Yeah.
7 times that they made comments about how we look alike.
Stupid people.
So yeah, they are. I just trying to think of some old Groucho Marx joke. I can't think of it.
So,
damn it.
How was your hotel when you stayed?
I don't know. I'm just laughing in my mind about the fact that when we do this show, we forget so many names of stars and so many references.
And then you think of
things.
it on the way back. Like last week, what was it? It was the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
The Cobra Kai and
Cobra
Johnny.
Kai, Johnny, and everybody was probably kicking us in the virtual radio balls over that one.
Yep.
But what were you just asking me when I just rudely interrupted? I was
going to ask you how your hotel was for the concert, but you probably don't remember.
Town Place Suites.
Awesome.
Those are really nice, and they were cheap too. I was surprised at it was 20,000 points for 2 rooms, so 10,000 points per night per room.
Yeah.
And they had full kitchens. And nice king-size bed and couch and everything. The TV was microscopic, but the whole place was super nice.
Did you see pictures of the place that they tried getting us to stay in Pebble Beach? I tried to do a review on Yelp, and it got declined because of my wording.
Why did you swear?
This
fucking place sucks.
It was the absolute worst hotel I've ever seen, and because it was... And Romy can attest to this because he was with me. We did not even spend the night. Because Pebble Beach had the complex.
There's a lot of people listening who have no idea who Romy is.
Jerome Rayford, one of our other techs.
There you go. Learn how to do this podcasting thing.
Okay. Well,
let the people know what you're talking about. Don't be like Ryan and just roll right in and have me interrupt and say things like that.
So yeah, I was not real pleased about the hotel choice, and
No, and the thing is that if I remember your story right, when they were sending you out of town and it was time to choose the motel, they had plenty of time.
Yeah, I booked a hotel originally because I knew it was coming up. It wasn't an official job, but I could always cancel it.
Yeah.
Well, then it came job time, and I was told by one of the people that, no, we had to go through our travel provider.
Yeah.
So we ended up going through the travel provider, but now everything is booked. So what ended up happening is they got us at this hotel that was more expensive than the one that I was going to be at, and it was called the Fireside Lodge in Monterey.
Fireside. Sounds very elegant, the Fireside Lodge.
It does. Christmas lights, they still had them up.
Okay.
No air conditioning.
None?
They had doors with deadbolts, and they handed you an old key, like a real key.
Like a skeleton key?
Right, and the deadbolts wouldn't work, so you just had the other key. So you got no air, so you got to leave.
The deadbolts don't work.
No.
So you had an old 1931 skeleton hotel key.
Yeah. Walk in the place, it's got like grandma's bedding on it that smells.
Like grandma's dead body?
It's like that floral stuff, and the carpet was all old and nasty.
Oh, so it smells like a funeral home.
But every room has a fireplace. The fireplace had mold on the inside of the glass because it's never been lit or used.
Because you're not allowed to use them?
I guess not.
Man, that's the first thing I would have done was go find a way to make a fire.
90 freaking degrees. Who's going to...
I want to burn the mold off the inside.
And then the view on the patio was all the old brick pavers that have fallen out, and they just neatly stacked by this broken chair. And then there was an Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey?
Audrey.
Yeah.
It might have been older. It might have been her mom.
Aubrey.
Anyway, that's on the wall with like 3 pictures of her, and her eyes follow you as you walk in the room because it's like this 3D, and when you look at it one way, it looks like she's moving and turning her head. And
they employ a tiny person to stand back there with a lever and just follow you with the eyes?
So that wasn't the worst of it.
That wasn't the worst?
No.
Okay.
They told me I had a good room because I had the handicap room, which went in the bathroom, and there is a bottle of spray water, and it
so you're going to say wheelchair lube,
and it says for the plants. So they expect you to water your own plants while you're in the room, and the plants that are in the bathroom are already dead. It's just like because
no one does it.
No one does it. So
that should tell you how often it's cleaned.
So I opened up the dresser drawer, and there was a bag from Trader Joe's with food in it.
Shut up.
From I don't know how long ago, but it was soaking through the bag.
That's why it smelled bad in that place.
And it was just nasty. So we left. We called the office and said, we got to get out of here.
Well, yeah, there's no reason to stay at a place like that.
Romy's room was just as bad. His ironing board had no like cover on it. I got a picture of him holding up this steel ironing board.
Yeah. It looks like a hospital gurney.
It was the biggest piece of crap room, and they were charging $369 a night.
Man, it must be right there on Pebble Beach then.
Their directions, and look it up, Fireside Lounge in Monterey. Their directions say across from the Hyatt.
Yeah.
Because they're banking on getting people from the Hyatt.
Yeah.
And
it was 3/4 of a mile from the Hyatt?
They had a guy in the office that was walking the parking lot with a pit bull at night to keep the degenerates out of the way.
Oh, you were in the bad part of Pebble Beach.
We saw like a old crack whore or something walking through the parking lot. There were always guys hanging out in the beds of their pickup trucks drinking and smoking, and it was just not a safe environment.
That's funny.
So we both decided, you know what, I'd rather drive 45 minutes to work every day than stay at this hole.
They don't usually make those mistakes, though.
No, I didn't want to get bugs.
And I'm not just saying that because I just started work here this week.
Yeah,
I'm not just stroking the company right now.
Well, the thing is, you don't want to get bed bugs. Once you get bed bugs and you bring it home with your clothes, then your whole closet's infested.
Oh yeah, you're done. You got to move.
We actually discussed if they were going to force us to stay there. That Romy, who I was with, said, "I'll pay for my own flight back. I'm not doing it." And that's how disgusting this place was.
Yeah, there's a certain level. Yeah.
And
do you do the bed bug check? I do.
Oh yeah, you check in the crevice, and
yeah, I'm always looking at it, just taking the covers back and making sure.
I don't think I'm ever going to get that ultraviolet light because I think you really don't want to see. You don't want to see some of the stains that are in some of these rooms.
Death stains.
Speaking of death, hotel?
Oh, was my worst hotel?
Yeah.
Shit, I had a couple of them actually. I was doing some work. Let's see. Shoot. I did a court TV job, which is kind of funny, and we were told by the boss that we had to pick a hotel. We were on our way back from the East Coast driving. Mm-hmm. We weren't going to drive all 18 hours. We decided we wanted to stop for the night, which was also some kind of a problem for some reason. And then the guy says, well, if you have to stop, then you have to get a hotel that's under $60 or something. So we finally found one. And
was it a Night's Inn or something like that?
It was one of those weird, it might have been a weird Days Inn ripoff type thing with a yellow sign and a black print or whatever.
Dad's Inn.
Yeah. Whatever it was, I got in there and there was totally stains on the carpet on the ground that looked like blood stains. Mm-hmm. And it was late at night, just trying to get in there and go to sleep and get up and continue the drive the next day to get back. But one thing I didn't check, because I think we went out to eat and then came back, was I take down the covers, the whole cover of the bed, and expose the pillow, and there was like hairs on the pillow. Oh. And so I put my hood on and my coat on, and I laid on top of the covers and just slept. I didn't sleep in the bed. I put the thing back up, the whole bedspread back up to the top, and covered up the whole bed. And I put my hood on because it was winter, I think. Ooh. And I just laid there on top of the bed and slept a couple hours because I couldn't check out at that point. We already checked in, and it was just too ridiculous.
I actually had one.
I should have slept in the van though.
I'd wanted an Embassy Suites, and I checked in the room, and the hand towel was dirty, and the soap was open.
Yeah.
Bed didn't look like it was used. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. Maybe the maid was wiping up with that and forgot. Open up the toilet to go to the bathroom, and there's a condom floating on the toilet.
I thought you were going to say there's a big dump in there. Either way.
So I'm just wondering if it was like the maid staff.
No.
Or if someone checked into the room.
Someone checked in and then complained and moved and switched rooms.
Well, they never got rid of the thing.
Right, because the maid didn't come in because they probably made the bed up and said we didn't touch anything, mm-hmm. so you don't have to re-clean it because they were afraid they get charged or something. Yeah. And then moved to a new room and you got screwed. Because I've been in them before too, where someone used the soap. Yeah. And the hand towels, and I went back down and said I don't want that room because
someone was in it.
And I said even if they just washed their hands and looked around and didn't like the room and left, I still don't want it because I don't know for sure.
Right.
I want to know, at least fool me into thinking that the room's clean before I come in there.
Well, you also will disallow certain rooms if they don't meet your taste. You did that in Anaheim, didn't you?
I did in Anaheim at a Marriott. I think that's a Marriott.
No, it was a Hilton.
Hilton?
Yeah.
7 room changes in one day because the HDMI port wouldn't work.
Yep.
How long? 7 of the rooms. The 8th room, finally, I could get the signal on. Because I'm thinking, if I got to be here for 2.5 weeks, and that's how I watch video, is Netflix on the big screen and all that stuff, I need this. And I didn't want to bypass the system.
Right.
And I was secretly hoping they'd give me a suite if I kept complaining. but I did walk back and forth too. I walked up to the room with my luggage, walked back down, up, down, up, down.
After about the 4th time, I'd be walking you to multiple rooms and saying, "Does this meet your satisfaction?"
They didn't do any of that. That's the problem because, and I was actually in the Hilton Honors line too.
Okay.
And they didn't want to extend any of that.
Well, that's Anaheim. They don't seem to care about that.
No, because it's a resort hotel.
Right.
And they know that they have you trapped. If you're there, you're trapped. Mm-hmm. But the thing that, the truth about it is that I wasn't pushing it to get the suite because I never once mentioned it. And the rooms were broken every single time.
Right.
It's just, I think I was just waiting for one where the patch bay worked because I didn't want to have to deal with if I have to unplug all the shit from the back of the TV mm-hmm. and plug my computer in, and then in the morning unplug everything and line it all back up so I can watch the news and drink coffee, and I got to keep doing it every night. I just wanted it to work the way it was supposed to work. I'm getting all mad about it right now. God damn it!
Well, everything would be great if they just
quit fucking me.
Don't you cover up all the lights in your room too? You're weird about that shit too.
Yeah, but haven't we talked about that on the show? I take electrical tape and I cover every little red fucking light. That's because there's so many red lights in you know that.
Uh-huh.
There's lights on the phone that you have to. It's already making me mad because what'll happen is you'll check into a hotel and they'll call you every day and leave a message for some reason every single day, and then you can't go to the automated thing and just say, listen to my messages, and it'll say, you have a message at the front desk. Then you have to call down, and it'll be some idiot down there saying, we would just like to know if the room was clean to your satisfaction, or we would like to know if you need anything because you refused room cleaning. So every single day,
Yeah, you're getting that.
you get one you can't delete on the phone, so you have to call down and ask them to remove it from the message thing.
Well-
so I just tape over it and fuck them.
SPG has that Go Green thing, and that's the hotel I'm going to be at for
Yes.
Texas State Fair.
Then I
So-
will too for the press.
So yeah, you sign up for the SPG thing, and you hang this. You let them know not to clean your room, and you get 500 bonus points. Is it?
Yeah,
For
every night. Yeah.
every day they don't clean it. Problem is, when you take that little tag off the door, they still don't clean your fucking room. So you got to go to the desk and you got to tell them, hey, I'm here for 40 days.
You are, yeah.
I would like my room cleaned like once a week. I don't need every day. I don't,
Yeah.
I may need towel changes, something like that, but I don't need you in the room all the time. And I want to take advantage of your going green thing.
Yeah.
But-
this means like if you want it done every Thursday, then now you're going to have to walk down there every Wednesday and tell them at the front desk.
Our system doesn't do that. You're going to have to let us know. And then I let you know, and you're going to keep trying to get my room every fucking day. So then I got to go back down to the desk and tell them, no, here. It's like, I'm almost living here, people.
You are living there for, remember,
Oh.
you've got to check out at 30 days.
Day 29, yep, because I'm a
Yeah.
resident.
Otherwise, you'll be a resident and they'd have to evict you as if you want to stay.
Oh, God. And it's going to be hot down there, too.
Yeah, that's a great program.
I think
because-
that's the first show that I was on with you guys.
What?
When you called me up and I was at Texas State Fair,
Oh,
rotting
okay,
for
yeah.
39 days.
Yeah, on the show. You had nothing to do, so you might as well just appear on the show. That's a great program, that Go Green thing, because that shit adds up. And SPG has a lower level of points to get rooms, because aren't there rooms more like 12,000 a night or something like that?
Yeah.
For nice hotels. So you can rack up a bunch of points, man.
Yeah. Or you can use it for breakfast or something like that.
Yes, for breakfast.
Breakfast. I love hotels that have breakfast.
I do too. But I don't like crowds for that.
If the Fireside Lounge
If they had a great breakfast, you would have
Lodge
stayed
had
there.
breakfast, yeah. Because it looked like someplace I'd want to eat.
They had breakfast. You just didn't know that you had to kill your own quail in the
And
backyard
spray the plants.
to get the quail eggs.
Oh, God. So
No,
what
I
else has been
forgot.
going on?
What else is going on? Let's see. Let me consult my list, because I have a list of things that we were supposed to talk about.
Some stuff on my list. I was talking about inventions. You watch.
Here's something that's related to inventions, actually. People are doing weird shit with their ashes when they die now. Did you notice that?
No, what are they doing? Have
Like they'll
people-
go get cremated, and then you can send your ashes away, and like they'll make it into a jewelry.
That's fucking stupid.
Like they take the ashes and they do that whole system where it crunches them all down and it makes these like fake jewels out.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say, oh, they can do diamonds now.
Yeah.
The carbon and the pressure and all that. So now they're doing it with people's ashes. So I could make like Davin earrings if he died, give them to your ex-wife.
Oh, that's wrong.
But they're doing stuff like that. They're
What would I do with the midget Grim Reaper at my funeral then? He could.
well, that would still happen. But then we roll you in the oven after that.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, you can get all laid out and then burned up.
Burn me up first, and then just
See how
put
nice
the
I am
earrings,
about death?
Put the earrings on display.
Yeah, well, we could smash you into like just one giant diamond-shaped thing and pretend it was valuable. I don't know what to do with it. Look at this Davin diamond.
Lovely.
It's so beautiful and valuable, unlike his whole life.
Put it all. Fuck you.
There you go.
Thanks, Jerry, and you're a winner too.
Well, we're both here at the same place.
That's true.
No, I think that's kind of interesting. Some people think it's really stupid, but I sort of like that idea. If you smash somebody's essence into jewelry you can wear.
It'd be like Pulp Fiction. This is your great grandfather's watch.
Right. This
carried
is
it-
your great grandfather.
I carried it in my ass in Vietnam.
Put this in watch in your ass. I can't do the Christopher Walken that well.
And I saved it the whole
Father
time.
told me to give this watch to you.
So he carried it in his
Now you're
ass.
making him an old Jewish woman.
Yeah, I do. He carried it in his ass, and I carried it in my ass. Oh.
That's Sal Rosenberg. None of that there. I think they do trees, too, where you grow a tree with the ashes of a loved one. I'm sure that you could just do that on your own. People are doing that.
Fuck.
They can jettison you into space.
My tree would grow sideways and fucking have to be cut down.
But the jewelry's the best one, I think, so far. I wonder how big of a jewel you can get out of a dead body, and whether or not you can get like a fatter person would make a fatter jewel. Maybe.
How much is it to set this person? That's just wrong.
Let's see, Davin. We have there's news this week.
Okay.
Dentist the Lion Killer's going back to work this week. There was a dentist weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's
killed
right.
Cecil the lion. Everybody got all mad about that. Which,
and boycotted him.
I can see because he's just some freaking douche that wants to. He's not eating the lion. He doesn't need to hunt it. Mm-hmm. He's just sport hunting, which is fine. Whatever, people do it, but the whole problem with that, if you remember the story, is that they like lured him off of the protected grounds. Mm-hmm. Like his guides lure this famous lion away so they can kill it. Let's get Cecil. Everybody, look, there's Cecil. Come here, Cecil. Boom, Cecil. Those are the arrows that were going into Cecil and killing his innocent lion body that would kill you, though.
Right.
But anyway, the guy kills a lion. Everybody got mad. They start messing with his business. He's a dentist, and he shuts it down for a while. And now he's going back this week with a police escort to get through the protesters, I guess.
Famous freaking lion.
I don't know what to think about that. I don't have any real solid opinions on it because I'm not against hunting. I'm against idiots. Yeah. And I think that guy is in the idiot category, but I don't want people to think I'm against hunting because I think there's some responsible hunting practices out there. That guy was just kind of an asshole because he did it all on purpose, and then he spun around saying, "I didn't know. Mm-hmm. I didn't know when I paid $40,000 to go to that to the guide to take me to kill Cecil the friendly lion."
Next year, I'm going to hunt Bigfoot.
So that's going on this week. And the other big story this week, we might as well just hit it right away. Besides Kanye for president, because I don't give a half shit about Kanye West, and I don't think you do either.
But he's excellent.
But he seems to be trying to convince people he's actually going to run for president in 2020. I think it's just bullshit, and he likes to say shit to be in the news.
Well, he's convinced people that he's talented.
Yeah, he's done a good job at that.
He's persuasive.
And, I'll hand it to him. He's for whatever group of people that because there's a lot more than just people who, it's people who grew up in a certain era. Like all kinds of people love Kanye West for his music. I'm not one of them because I wasn't 14 in 2004.
Couldn't name one freaking song.
Jesus Walks.
Nope, don't know it.
Okay. That was like a big famous one. Anyway, screw him. He's just looking for publicity. But there's a new story here that you should be aware of because you have children who are in high school.
Oh, boy.
And it's the transgendered boy that wanted to be in the girls' locker room.
Okay.
In probably Texas. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then the girls were protesting, saying we don't want him in there. Saying we support his choice to be transgender, but we don't want him in the locker room. So what do you feel about that?
Well, until he's got the same parts, he shouldn't be allowed in that
or
locker
lack
room.
of.
Lack of, indeed.
I agree, too. I think that you shouldn't, if you still got a dick, you should go in the boys' locker room.
Yeah.
And, you kind of have to have the matching parts. It can't just be that your brain thinks it's female. Because you know how many cheaters would happen that way?
Well,
you know how many 1 week transgender people there would be?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Bob down at the end of the block would be transgender for 1 week in high school just so he can go in the girls' locker room.
Yeah. Well, maybe they just need to have a unisex room. They could use the library. Nobody goes there.
Well, that's what people said. They should just, just make one little room that they could do unisex, like one little bathroom.
Yeah.
You just go in there by yourself, whatever.
The vice principal's room. He doesn't do anything. Actually,
No, those people are creepy. They love that. Every vice principal is the one that had to paddle you. Well, they don't do that anymore, do they?
no, they can't do that.
Yeah, they used to do that when I was in high school. They'd smack you around with the paddle and stuff. But, yeah, creeps.
Send them to Carl, the janitor on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
You may think I'm stupid, but I see things. I go through your trash.
I was just trying to think of my vice principal's name so I can call him out. I couldn't think of him anymore. It's been too many years.
God,
Started with an M.
God, it's hard enough to think of
Right, Mr. M.
It's hard enough to think of who the vice president is.
Look where I am now, Mr. M. I'm bringing joy to the masses.
Mr. M.
I can't remember the rest of them.
Oh, God.
That guy hated me. And he was right, too. He's like, hey, you're a loser. And I'm like, well, obviously. I'm sitting in this room, and everything you said I did. But I have to talk my way out of it now. And
Don't call my mom.
nah, they didn't call him
I might get
very
a
often.
bike.
Yeah. If you call my mom, I might get a present. Like you like the bike, yeah. Everybody listen to show number 2 for that story.
Oh, God, there's old episodes. We were actually listening to some old episodes this weekend. It was pretty fun.
Oh, that's where all the listens came from.
Since I was sitting there with ice on my balls all weekend, I went back and reminisced.
I can't imagine that this show's made your balls feel any better, though.
Listen to episode 14, the Christmas special. And
Christmas with Cheapskate Davin.
Cheapskate Davin, yep.
This week might be Let's Talk About Davin's Balls.
Oh, hey, that's a good title.
I don't know. I don't think Facebook will like that title.
So, wait, I came up with this thing because, okay, I've got this fire pit. Like, it's one of those outdoor patio tables, and it's got a gas fire pit in the middle.
Okay.
And we make s'mores on it all the time.
Because it's got those rocks in there and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's got the lava rocks. So, here's my invention. I got sick of the fucking mosquitoes this weekend because this is like the first weekend we've had mosquitoes.
Yeah.
What if you take those lava rocks and infuse them with citronella oil?
That would be genius, man.
And then when you have a fire...
You just gave away your genius idea. Now somebody out there listening is going to be rich.
But then I'm thinking someone will decide to do s'mores on it and get citronella poisoning or something and I'll get sued. So you never know. I come up with stupid ideas all the time.
Maybe you could do some like single-use powder that you sprinkle on the rocks that will burn off within 15 minutes or something.
Now, technically...
Go to the chemistry lab.
You can get ones that burn in different colors, too. So that'd be kind of cool if you did that.
You like when people throw copper wires in there just to watch them? You ever see them do that?
Yeah.
And they all get different colors and such. Hey, let's...
All we had when we were kids was the peppermint lifesavers to bite in the dark and see if they sparked.
Those are wintergreen, Davin. Wintergreen.
I'm sorry, I haven't done it in a while.
Jeez, well, you haven't been a kid in a while either. Back to travel. We had a travel story this week.
Okay.
Muslim flight attendant is suing about the job.
Okay.
I think because they want to get rid of her or whatever. Because she refused to serve drinks because it's against her religion.
It's against our religion to have you not doing your job, bitch.
That's what I think, too. Like, it goes with the Kim Davis doesn't want to give out marriage licenses because it's against her religion. No, but her job is to give out marriage licenses.
Yeah.
The ones that are approved by law, which are the gay marriage is approved by the Supreme Court now because it's constitutional. So if you get a job as a flight attendant, you should know you have to serve drinks.
Right.
So I think what happened was this particular Muslim girl didn't start off that way. She's a convert.
Oh, God.
So halfway through her job, she decides she's going to become Muslim. And then I think she worked out a plan to where the other people would serve drinks and she would do other stuff. Mm-hmm. And then it just backfired because you've been up there in the air. You need everybody doing that job. So someone complained because they couldn't get a drink from her, and then they decided to let her go, and now she's suing to get her job back. But you make a religion choice, right?
Yeah.
You'd think that if you have this sincerely held religious belief, that it would be more important than your job, though. Mm-hmm. So at that point, if you're going to make that giant life change to
Right.
follow an entire religious credo...
Right.
That you would then say, well, I guess I can't do that job. Religion is super important, so I'm going to find another job instead of trying to force the job to handle you.
Right. Let's make everybody on the plane Muslim, and that way
Everybody, like, we need all Muslim. We need to have no drinking flights and drinking flights now. No, we don't. We need you to find a new job.
Is there a Muslim airline that serves no alcohol?
Actually, I think there's Muslim airline, like the one that goes to Abu Dhabi.
The ones that crash and sink to the bottom. Oh, that's Indonesia. Sorry.
That's a different one, and that was probably because of drinking.
Yeah.
What's the big rich place over in the Middle East that people go to where they build their own islands and everything?
Oh, Dubai?
Yeah, so Dubai has their airline, and those people are Muslims, aren't they? And they throw booze at you.
Yeah.
You've seen the first class pictures and stuff for those flights.
They have their own showers.
Yeah, this particular woman just needs to find another job and stop complaining.
Maybe she could give out gay marriage licenses.
Yes, Kim Davis can switch and be an airline attendant.
You saw Kim Davis, so she can't fit down the aisle.
Oh, that's true. She is a little portly.
She's a little
portly.
She's reached the age that she's probably not a good stewardess. She could be the bitch at the counter that tells you your seat is going to cost you extra.
She could take that job. And there's another danger too of her being a flight attendant is she might find a fifth or sixth husband that way because she only had 4 marriages before she denied somebody else a marriage certificate because she's religious.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense whatsoever.
None of hers worked out, so she's going to deny you yours.
Exactly.
You know, everyone has the right to get married now.
I'm not anti-religion. I'm just anti you making my life shitty because of it.
Don't make a stand. Just go with it.
Yeah. You're going to make a big decision that religion is more important than anything else in your life, then forget about the job that you can't do.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm important.
I can make a decision.
Wow.
What time is it? Oh, it's almost over.
Oh, it is.
Already. We don't have to go like super long.
You usually can.
We can. But I wanted to save the topics I had written down. What else you got? Do you have anything really cool?
Oh, I was going to bring up. I might have mentioned it before. There's a road here called Big Beaver Road.
There is, yes.
It's also known as Metro Parkway and 16 Mile.
Yes.
I've always had this dream to open up a liquor store and call it Big Beaver Liquor.
That's a nice one.
But I decided, you know what, that property's too expensive there and everything. But what about getting a mailbox address and selling Big Beaver Liquor T-shirts?
Yeah.
And I figured out the logos.
Okay, tell us. We're all on the edge of our seats.
Oh yeah, you could have a beaver licking a piece of wood.
Yes,
and that could be for your gay clientele. And then,
why has it got to be gay?
Well, because the other one is a beaver licking or eating a fish.
Right. Would that be for the lesbian clientele?
Big Beaver Liquor on the back, and exit 69.
No, it's just one's male and one's female. Yeah. You don't have to do gay. But it can be anybody who wants to lick the wood or the fish.
Well,
why am I even talking to you about this?
Well, I know it's my mind.
Did you say what the exit was? If you're driving north
exit
on
69,
70,
yep.
If you're driving north on 75, you get past Detroit. Exit 69 is Big Beaver Road. That's really weird.
Yep.
Damn city planners.
They actually have they've got a liquor store in Boston called Bunghole Liquor.
Shut up.
Seriously.
Bunghole Liquor.
I'm like, did they sell T-shirts? They gotta sell T-shirts.
Damn. That's a kid's nickname we had in high school too.
What, Bunghole Liquor?
Bunghole Liquor. Yeah.
Oh, you were coming up with names for future guests because we have one guy that's
he's refused to do the show. Though.
Oh man,
he was a person who was very deep into conspiracy theories. That you know the kind I'm talking about, like contrails and the Illuminati's coming to get you kind of stuff. And it would be fun to have him come on and talk about this stuff, but he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But I told him he could use a pseudonym, and I came up with the name Conrad Spearsy, so he can be Conspiracy. That's really a bad joke, but it's true. We wish he would do it though.
And you even offered to disguise his voice.
Yeah,
too.
we could do a whole thing where we have auto-tune his voice. So
that usually gets freaking annoying to listen to after a while anyway.
Well, we'll just do it subtly.
Have you ever seen those comedies where they're talking to the guy and he's supposed to be in the shadows? They're interviewing him.
Yeah.
And he's not.
Right. Like falls out into the light and stuff.
Oh my God.
I've seen real shows where I was surprised. Like you see these real expose Dateline or one of these, and they have the guy in shadow, and you can clearly see the features of his face, like they don't know how to really do it. And I'm like, well, how does that guy didn't anybody check the monitor? Because I can see his face right there.
Yeah. At this point, why don't you just use like what VH1 uses and all those other ones and blur out the boobies and everything?
Yeah.
Just blur out his head.
And it's probably just as easy anymore. Because then you have the option. You got the raw footage that you can release to the mob.
There you go.
And the Illuminati. Give it right to the industrial war machine. And all of those people. God, I wish Conspiracy would come on the show.
That would be good.
Because I want to learn. I want to learn things.
So when I'm in, I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Oh, really? That's a great show.
I've got every episode that I'm going to watch while I'm in Texas.
Okay.
So I've got all the seasons. And
yes.
I'm looking forward to anything I should know.
I remember that now. Yeah, the one thing you should know is you don't have to take them on DVD. You just watch them on Netflix because they're all on there, and you don't have to carry a box of DVDs.
That's
that way.
true. But we're sending a truck down anyway, so I just threw the whole thing of DVDs on there.
That's true. You could do that, yeah. Because when certain shows, you get to send your own luggage with it and more stuff that you might need.
And I actually finished watching Boardwalk Empire this weekend since I was
like that one.
Home sitting on my icy balls.
Nucky Thompson.
Yeah, it ended kind of weird at the end, the last episode.
I don't remember it now. I don't remember what happened at the end.
He dies.
Of course he dies. Can't bring him back.
He gets shot by some kid.
He wasn't even a real... I mean, he was a real guy, but the whole thing was not completely historical.
I didn't like the way that it started to end, the last episodes, where he was doing the flashbacks of when he was a kid growing up and shit.
Yeah.
It's like they knew it was going to end and they wanted to make it so grand. Yeah, let's show some before and after and jump around.
Let's make you feel sorry for him before you kill him.
Yeah.
All that garbage. Shit, what else was I going to tell you? Damn it. Oh!
Damn it, Davin.
Yes, your cooking show.
Yeah, what about it?
Was your friend Paul doing the camera work, quote unquote camera work?
No, actually it was his birthday, so he came over, but Bob was doing the camera work.
Bob was?
Bob.
Well, let's have a talk with Bob, because I think that you should learn how to turn the camera sideways so it's the right aspect ratio instead of the iPhone straight up and down view. Don't do portrait. If you're going to do it so it's professional, do it the way your television looks. Don't do it the way that your kid's phone looks.
Well, I'm not doing it on my phone anymore anyway. I got to get a real camera because I didn't have enough memory for that last episode.
And it was almost 5 minutes long.
I know. It's not enough memory.
Once you get a channel, then we'll link that so people can enjoy your cooking show too.
Oh, it was good too.
People love that.
Bacon wrapped scallops.
I'll tell you, listeners, that people love Davin's cooking because he goes way out of the way to make sure that it tastes really good without regard to health whatsoever.
It's true.
And that's what makes good. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You know why everybody always loved their grandparents' cooking?
Yeah.
Because it was full of fat and calories.
Butter,
and
real butter and bacon.
And like sugar cane in stick form right on top of everything.
Anything with bacon grease in it is awesome.
Right.
You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to take the bacon grease.
Why you got to whisper it like it's some sexual addiction you have?
Bacon grease, butter,
yeah,
Parmesan cheese,
okay,
on top of popcorn.
That's interesting.
And then I'm going to watch porn.
Because I just bought that garlic Parmesan chemical salt that you put on there.
Oh, that
and it
works.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, that little brand that you see in the grocery store, and he's got nacho and ranch and all that. They have garlic Parmesan too.
Is that pretty good?
Not as good as yours.
No. You could sprinkle a little cayenne in there too to spice it up a little bit.
Can you say it like the Louisiana guy?
Cayenne? No, I don't know. I guess
a bit
not.
of cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
Whatever that guy's name was.
How about Emerald and his Bam? Everyone has their little fucking trademarks.
Yeah. What was the name of the one that started it off? And he was the Louisiana guy too. And he's the one that would say, a little bit of cayenne pepper. You know, he's an old guy and like wore checkered shirts and suspenders.
Oh, that reminds me. That new Colonel Sanders is
creepy.
Fucking creepy.
Yeah. That's the Saturday Night Live guy. What was his name again? Here we go. We'll leave everybody with a cliffhanger because we have no idea who this guy is, new Colonel Sanders.
Oh, God. He's just so damn annoying.
I'll get his name right now.
And creepy.
Did you see any of the full commercials?
I would like to see...
Because I've only seen little clips of it.
Yeah, I've seen the full commercials. I'd like to see him go up against Burger King in a fight.
Well, you know who'll win.
America. That's who's going to win. America.
You're right.
I was there's another radio show on this morning, and they were talking about what's the most American thing.
Wait a minute now. I didn't know this.
What?
It was Daryl Hammond, right? And now I'm reading that Norm Macdonald is taking over the role.
Right. Because the other one they thought was too creepy.
They think Daryl Hammond's too creepy, and they're going to put Norm Macdonald.
And Norm Macdonald's creepier.
Yeah, I'm the Colonel I'm Colonel, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, so anyway, they were talking about what's the most American thing you did? Somebody called and said, I stopped at McDonald's on my way to Taco Bell.
America. Who's talking about that? Did I miss that?
It was on a radio show this morning.
Okay.
Talking about America.
Plagiarizing other shows, are we?
After Labor Day, America.
Yeah, I wish I had a really American joke for you, but I don't.
Oh, don't make me tell that joke.
You know, most American thing I did today? Fired a Muslim for not giving me a drink. America.
Send him to...
Denied a gay person a wedding. America.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been this week's You Name It.
Oh, thanks again. That went quick.
Yeah, we should...
I actually took notes this week.
Yeah, and it worked out,
Came up with some ideas.
Maybe we'll try and put together that production piece. We've already had a volunteer to put music for you, because Mark really wanted to do the music. You see his face light up?
Oh, yeah.
Mark works, he's one of our bench techs over here, and he sits in the corner. And
he plays a bunch of instruments.
And he's one of these really quiet guys, but as soon as I said it, his face just went, boom, I'd love to write that music.
Mm-hmm.
So...
He's got what did he just buy? A bass ukulele?
Yes, a bass, like a little bass mandolin ukulele thing.
He brought in his sitar. His sitar is the coolest thing ever.
I don't know about sitars, though. I've never been a fan of that ever since I saw that on Woodstock going on for way too long.
That and when Led Zeppelin or whoever experimented with it for a little bit.
George Harrison.
They're all fucking weird.
Just play the guitar and get over it. Cut it out with the sitar. No one likes it. It sounds like bees fighting.
Stop trying to be foreign.
It just does not sound good to my American ears. They're my patriotic American ears. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
You guys have a good one.